In this, it is specifically to prescription medication. When I first began my research, I started with depression, a very narrowed topic, and a very broad set of age group with all ages, mainly adults, but it was all ages. What sparked this was my mom was actually suffered depression for about a year after my grandfather died. Her and a few of my close friends have actually had to combat depression. And if you don't know what depression is, it is a serious brain disease that consists of a deficiency of the neurotransmitter serotonin. It affects over 20 million people within the United States between the ages of 15 and 30. So as I got further into my research, I started to realize that I did not want to go into the adults. I really wanted to go into my own age group and specifically students. So on this graph, you can see that it is the use of psychotropic medication within teenagers in the United States. Psychotropic medication is any type of drug that affects the mental state of a person. Antidepressants and ADHD drugs are two of the biggest ones, with 3.2% of adolescents who take these drugs to relieve anxiety, stress, depression, any of that. 3.2% might not seem like a lot, but if you really think about it, there are millions of students in the United States that are resulting to such, or are relying on such a life-threatening pill to substitute for their happiness. So I was not surprised at all to find out that the top three sources were school, with 83% of students are stressed out because of school. 69% of students were stressed out about where they were going to go after high school, and then 65% of students were stressed out about their financial concerns within their family. All of us can probably relate to this, stress from school, or maybe speaking at TEDx. This wasn't the shocking part of it. The shocking part was how they were relying on pills. We've all seen those commercials that kind of talk about, don't take this drug with an NSAID pain reliever such as aspirin because you might have serious liver damage. Some fatal were reported. That makes us feel really uncomfortable. So that leads me to the alternatives that there are. One of the alternatives is yoga. Wilson High School in Portland, Oregon has been started a yoga program where the students take classes about 3 times a week. They have actually received some phenomenal feedback, although they were hesitant at first. One of the students said that she felt that not only was she less stressed out, but her ability to cope with stress when it did come up felt a lot easier to her. Another student said that his urges to become violent towards other people was significantly reduced. And then a large set of students actually said that their anxiety levels were lower because of this program. Yoga is not the only alternative. Exercise is one of them. Exercise is needed to live a healthy life, so that's one of the biggest things, but it also reduces your anxiety and stress levels. It pumps serotonin throughout the brain. Serotonin was the deficiency that is commonly seen in depressed individuals, so that makes up for it, as well as it pumps endorphins throughout the brain, another feel-good brain chemical. Yoga has the physical component, and it does have the breathing and meditative techniques with it that allow for a cognitive relief that treats chronic pain as well as stress. And one of the biggest ones is music medication. That one has really been seen a lot lately. BBC News in Britain has done a study that shows it was acoustics, percussion, and mallet instruments have made people self-report that they actually felt better because they were listening to these samples of music. Now, next I have 2 samples of music, so if you kind of wanted to listen to them and really pay attention to how they make you feel and the lyrics and the rhythm of it. Okay, so by a raise of hands, could you signal if this music made you feel happy, calm, or relaxed? Okay, And now if you could listen to the next one. Again, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Okay, and by raise of hands, could you signal if this made you feel happy, calm, relaxed, or a little more settling? Okay, so as you can see, such a small change can alter an entire room, and that's exactly what it can do in schools. Schools can benefit from this. A small change can lead to a lifetime of benefits in students. So how do we, as a community of students, want to live our lives? How do we want to change? Thank you.